have
hotel.
our
And
reporter
now
Modiin Hoffman joining us from Jerusalem. I'm looking at this tweet which has been put out just a few seconds ago by the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem, Modiin, and it says that the U.S. Embassy is not in a position at this time to evacuate or directly assist Americans in departing Israel. It goes on to say that if you actually choose to take any of the shuttles, then there will be no guarantee on your safety either. So so is there a problem with the U.S. Embassy there? Because U.S. embassies in multiple parts of Middle East are being targeted by the Iranian drones?
Yes, I mean, well, here in Israel, the skies are actually closed. And even though our national air carrier, El Al, is working to get Israeli passengers back, none of those flights have begun. And therefore, the U.S. Embassy also could not guarantee evacuation. The only way that people can really get in or out of the country is by going through the border countries, Jordan or Cairo. And right now, the U.S. Embassy has said they're not going to take responsibility for that transit, given the situation on the ground, the constant barrage of missiles. And now, of course, coming, as we just saw moments ago, from Hezbollah as well. We just had a drone infiltration from Hezbollah caught too late by the Air Force, and therefore, our defenses came late, and there were sirens throughout Jerusalem and the center just moments ago. And it looks like I'm just getting very first reports that maybe one of the interceptors even hit into a building in Modiin, which is in central Israel. So, I mean, nobody appears to be hurt. What I'm seeing now from Magen David Adom, but there was a last-minute siren unexpected here in the country.
And the Israeli strikes have also expanded to Beirut, Lebanon. They are looking at targeting Hezbollah, but there are also counter strikes which are coming in from Iran.
Exactly. We're seeing both. We're seeing an escalation in the north, and there is a question mark as to whether or not that will become yet another extremely active front. Israel is strongly targeting Hezbollah in Beirut, Dakhia, and really saying they're targeting the new leadership of Hezbollah and preempting additional strikes against Israel as Hezbollah expressed support and wants to support Iran. Simultaneously, we are continuing to see Iranian attacks, but I will say that in those retaliatory attacks, we saw very few since yesterday early evening. Here in Jerusalem and in the center where we are normally getting the majority of the sirens. We actually slept through the nights. There were mostly sirens in Israel's north, in the Galilee and in the Golan, again coming from Hezbollah and from Lebanon, despite the fact that the Lebanese government has called on Hezbollah not to get involved in the war. As is expected, Hezbollah is taking action, and therefore Israel is responding there as well.
And do we know about the U.S. embassies in various parts? Because the reports are suggesting that the U.S. embassies in Riyadh and particularly in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia has been attacked by a drone coming in from Iran.
That's correct. That is what the reports are saying, and the U.S. Embassy has confirmed that from what I understand. Where I'm standing right now is actually in the backyard of the U.S. Embassy here in Israel, in Jerusalem. It's completely vacated except for the couple of guards that are standing alongside. There's definitely an understanding that Iran is working first and foremost to target U.S. targets in the Middle East. I think we've seen that in Qatar, in Kuwait, in Saudi Arabia, in Bahrain. It's becoming more of a regional war. It's trying to drag the region into the war. But as you heard from the United States and also from Israel, they're going to continue to fight till the end. We're looking at maybe 4 to 6 weeks of this. The big question, I think, is really what's going to go on in Europe, where they're starting. We had another incident again in Cyprus overnight, early morning, and the question is what's going to happen to some of those areas in the region. But for now, it seems that the U.S. and Israel are going to continue despite those attacks. But certainly, U.S. targets are being hit by Iran.
All right, Modiin, really appreciate your time. Thank you.